Hey, good morning YouTube. So I want to do a really quick video. I need to apologize. I took a position in UBIQ, UBIQ I think is the crypto symbol. I took the position back on Tuesday last week, and no, I guess it was Thursday. Yeah, I think it was Thursday last week. So I did see some rise in UBIQ in recent days. So I didn't know what it would do. My fascination with it is that it is obviously a clone of Ethereum, and that it operates on proof of stake already before Ethereum is operating on proof of stake. And more importantly, in the videos, the few videos out there, there's very little, very little substantive information out there about UBIQ. But there are some good videos out there with Julian and Alex Sturck and Luke, I think is Luke Williams, the three main players inside of UBIQ, where they talk about the relationship they have with Ethereum a little bit, and how they've spoken with, even with Vitalik, in how they're developing the platform. The thing that intrigues me though, fundamentally about it, is they're able to watch Ethereum grow and watch Ethereum develop. They're building with Solidity. It's a clone, right? And as somebody put it in a chat board, Reddit or somewhere, I saw this somewhere, so forgive me for not giving you credit, whoever said this, but they have the opportunity to watch others make the mistakes they could potentially make and avoid hard forks before they allow them to the problems that would ensue from hard forks, to some degree, right? Because the blockchain, once it starts rolling, once the tape starts rolling, it's kind of like hard to reverse, I guess, with this whole running ledger thing, which is awesome for immutability, but it really hurts some of the adaptability that you might find with a server-client relationship in most web apps today. So anyway, took a position in UBIQ. I sold Steam. I'd given up on Steam, and I got to talk about Stratis. Stratis is awesome in its growth right now. I'm so happy for the people who are making some money on that. In a way, in one way, I like that they're making money on the gains for them as a person. And in another way, I don't like it so much because, and this is with anything, we're all trading on differences of prices. And if we're just trading it in a speculative sense, we're really not adding any value to the economy. It's good for the individual, but it's not good for the economy, because in effect, we're taking investment money, I guess in a sense this is investment money with coin, that would grow a platform or grow a business, and otherwise using those gains that would really be passive investment over a long period of time that's helpful to an individual in a long period of time, and also, like I said, funds the business with incoming capital. We're helping business grow. In a speculative market like we see on Wall Street, people are just taking advantage of price gains and just putting that money in their pocket. And so the whole finance industry is built on those price differences and interests with loans and risk mitigation, diversion of, or distributed risk. So that's all good and fine, but does it really add value to the economy? The distributed risk, yes. Lending, yes, because it stimulates growth in the economy. But those price differences, man, it just eats at me, and I think a lot of people might feel the same way. But I think that's why we have these run-ups and these huge bubbles, is because people speculate, and then they I've seen some videos now, and all the doomsday guys are talking about things are going to go south in July, and it might be true, it might not. It might be that precious metals stay subdued in their prices like they have, and that cryptocurrencies just keep rising because people want to use those anymore instead of reserve dollars in central banks. So point is, yay for Stratis, folks who made some money on Stratis. My beef with Stratis, and it's not really that, it's not a beef per se, it's a deficiency I see, is that Stratis sounds good on the surface, the C# programmability, but if you start asking programmers how they feel about C# and particularly anybody who's not dealing in a .NET world, they're not as fond of it as what everybody kind of makes it sound like on the internet, let alone the fact that, you know, they're 10 months into their business plan or their company, but they're kind of late to the party, and they're trying to do something that Ethereum's really already addressing, I feel, in their platform, and that is proof of stake. Obviously they've touted proof of stake, and they've said that they want to be like consultants, help people implement their product, but there's really no strong set of partners. There's nobody. Microsoft is in bed with, I shouldn't say in bed, I'm choosing poor words this morning. Microsoft has a strong relationship with many of the Bitcoin, altcoin developers through the Azure program. And that's good for Microsoft. But I wouldn't tout that as a company, saying that Microsoft Azure is the in that you have with Microsoft. That's like saying, I have Windows on my computer. Oh, me too, me too, me too. It just doesn't sum to a lot. Anyway, I hope Stratis keeps going for the sake of the people who hold it. But I just don't see the strong dev team. That one fellow who was an altcoin naysayer for a long time and joined Stratis. He has a French last name. I can't remember his name right now, but I'm sure all of you will know. And somebody's pointed out his videos. Good for him. Wonderful. I hope it works out for him. That's the only person on that team that I so far have seen that looks like they might know how to run blockchain. And the dev team there, just how do you go up against Ethereum's team? I mean, seriously, that they've got, you know, a deep bench in blockchain and just a really awesome momentum in their company. I don't see how Stratis would latch on to that same kind of momentum right now. And I hope I'm wrong for the sake of the people who are holding Stratis. And I hope those people hold Stratis instead of trying to be, you know, Bitcoin millionaires overnight, or Stratis coin millionaires overnight. Sustainability, that's what the problem is. We just all want to get rich overnight. And even this video, it just bothers me. You know, people watch all these trading videos and they're like, oh, what's the next big thing and how can I make money? I'm glad that you're trying to make money, but think about what the value is that you're adding. It's just price differences. So forgive me for casting a negative light on that, but just consider that. That's my plea. Just consider what value you're adding to the economy when you're just taking advantage of price differences. You know, the productivity of the entire world would be stymied if everybody was out there trying to make money on price differences. It would all collapse, and that's effectively what will happen with some of these bubbles in the economy. The stock market, bonds, you already see bonds coming down. I think the 10-year yield on a treasury now is like at 1.5% or less, or something ridiculous. So steer clear if you can on short-term speculative trading. Long-term, at least you're letting the money stay there and you're not trying to build a bubble. But what do I know? Don't throw eggs at me, but I'd love to hear your take on it if you're a speculative trader. Why you think that adds value. I guess you're going to say you go out and spend that money in the economy, but how did you add value in the meantime? Everybody's spending money that they earned, but they earned it with some kind of service or good that they provided or contributed to. What is speculation adding to the economy? That's it. I'll shut up now. You guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. It's a privilege that I even get to share with you over the internet. It's amazing that we can do this anyway. We live like kings. We don't even know it. It's amazing. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye.